G'day, Captain Australia, and this is a Barry. Cue the music. 3, 2. Captain Australia Daily Update. Boom, boom. Great job, Barry. Well done. Perfect timing, brother. So, g'day. I am now about to leave Druin. I've just passed through town, stopped and had a little bit of a drink and a little bit of a snack, and now I'm headed through Longarry, and to Bunyip. I've still got about 15 kilometres to go, so probably amble into Bunyip around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I think, where I will eat Henry the Bunyip. I mean meet Henry the Bunyip. So I get the impression now that fewer people in the local area are aware of the big walk. So I'm back to getting a lot of really confused stares from the public, which is good. I mean, it's lovely. Like the reception at Orbost, for example, in contrast, will stand out in my mind for the rest of my life. But I do enjoy the confused stares as well. Who's that weirdo? Why is he dressed up like a superhero? Yeah. Anyway, passing through Druin, Longarry next, and Bunyip after that. Two fun facts. As I enter Longarry, apparently I'll be entering the greater Melbourne metropolitan area. So Longarry and Bunyip, although they're still small country towns, are apparently technically part of the larger Melbourne area, the Melbourne Metro it's called. So I'll have made it to Melbourne today, kind of. Second thing, I'm now certainly less than 100 kilometres from my destination, Federation Square. Couldn't tell you exactly. It's probably something like 90k from where I stand right now. So we're definitely in the dwindling last days of the big walk. So this is me, Captain Australia. This is how I look, slowly falling to pieces. My battered and torn old uniform. Underneath, I'm a dude. My name's Simon. I live in Brisbane. I have 3 young kids and wife who I adore. And this big walk, is really just a metaphor for finding ways to stand up and move forward no matter how hard life tries to grind you down. So I, through luck or work or a combination of that, have achieved a total and significant change in my outlook, who I am, and my personal healing thanks to the big walk. And the only thing really that enabled that was hope. The sense that it was possible. And I mean, I can't even begin to kind of catalogue the nature of the change. So, you know, it's all in service of a charity called the Kids Cancer Project. Extremely worthy charity. It's all about the 950 Aussie kids diagnosed every year with cancer. Average age is 6, 20% of them will not survive treatment. So that's 3 children every week are dying horrible deaths. And the ones that don't die, and the families that care for them, carry that horrible burden that I had to carry. So I had a stage 4 cancer, wasn't bouncing back. So for me, the big walk is about stripping my life down and rebuilding myself, and then hopefully all of these streams and all of this stuff gives a bit of a roadmap to show that it's possible, you know? And here's the thing, like, I've gone from half empty to half full, you know what I mean? I've had some profound change in who I am as a human being, and I think it will be long lasting. I don't think it's just for this period while I'm on the road, while I'm dressed up like a goofy superhero. I think I get to take it back into my life. And I wouldn't even really know where to start to kind of characterize it, but like, it's even in music. So I'm going to have access to power tonight at Bunyip. I'll be staying in the Bunyip Hall or something. They've got a little fold out cot for me there. And when I got power, it means I can have a little bit of music during the day. So I was listening before to that song, it's by Passengers, you know. You only know the light when it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow. And I was thinking, you know, that's like, I mean, that might be true, but not for me anymore. You know, I'm grateful for the light and the darkness. I'm grateful for the snow and the road and the warmth and the comfort that comes after it, you know. So I think that sense of gratitude and having my center, I wasn't like that before, mate. You know, I think that's an enduring and positive change from this pilgrimage that I've been taking. And I think that's something that you can have too, you know, or anybody, or somebody in your life who needs it. So anyway, blah, 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 old man ramble. I'm sorry I can't really look at comments because of the noonday sun glare. Wow, pretty clouds. The sky in Victoria is higher. I don't know any other way to say it. You know, I know you've got all of these layers of atmosphere, you know, you've got a stratosphere and an ionosphere and a this one and a that one. But it just feels to me that in Victoria the sky is higher. But there's some big majestic clouds over there. Maybe that means there'll be another storm tonight. Anyway, jibber jabber, old man, what do? You go on Facebook, you live stream and you just jibber jibber jabber, dressed up like a superhero. There's this lovely bloke, Peter, local man, who's been giving me lots of information about the towns. He keeps driving along, stopping and giving me advice about which road to take and whatnot. And he's been telling me about, you know, a movie that was made here about an Indigenous guy, famous boxer, back in the 80s. And all the information about how I'm about to enter Metro Melbourne, that's thanks to Peter. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I am still on a massive adventure, the adventure of my lifetime. And it is changing me. I've invested in those changes. I needed those changes. And those changes are for the better. And if you've had cancer, or you know someone who's had cancer, or you have a child who has or has had cancer, you understand it becomes more than a word. It sinks hooks into your life. You know, it lingers over the horizon like a storm, ever threatening you, you know. And, you know, the pain, the fear, the anxiety of dying or losing somebody that you love can be crippling. And for me, after this quest, cancer has become just a word. I can't tell you how profound that is. Like when you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and think about dying and what will happen to your children who you love. You know, cancer has this horrible footprint. And there are people who have suggested that this walk is a march against cancer. And maybe it is, but I think that gives too much power to the word too. It's not a march against cancer. It's for us. You know, it's for the kids. It's to help. It's to try and do something righteous before the end, you know. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to articulate a change in me that I really is probably going to take me some weeks to sort of, after I get home, to unplug and really come to terms with. Anyway, oh, I think Peter's up here again and wants to have a chat. So sorry, that was a Barry Q. Bop-bop-a-diddly, bop-bop-a-diddly, bop-bop-a-diddly dee. Captain Australia brief update. Boom boom. Sorry that I haven't responded to comments. I will do a chatty stream later under present conditions. I did get new glasses though. Look, they've even got a sexy brown case. Look at that. Pretty posh. Oh yeah. So yeah, thank you for your time, your interest. I'm humbled by it. If you can find it in your heart to support the charity, there's a sticky post at the top of the timeline. It has links for donations in your local community, or not in your local community, on Reddit. You know, if you're a prolific Redditor, jump onto Melbourne and, you know, any and every subreddit you can think of and do a post about how the big walk has merit. Because I suck at all that stuff. And plus, self-promotion is like, I don't know, it's lame. I'm trying to earn your regard, and if I have even a little bit, if you could spruik it up a little bit in your communities, that would really, really help. Because I just want, in this last spurt into Melbourne, I'd really like to try and push the charity donation result over the line. It might not be realistic. It's still $100 and something thousand to go, but I like to believe it's possible. And hey, live in hope. Live in hope. Because what's better, living without hope? Anyway, yeah, so if there's anything that you can do to help that, I'd be forever grateful. Thank you. And yeah, I'll leave it go for now. Thank you for your time and interest. Captain Australia's Big Walk, Brisbane, which is that away, to Melbourne, which is that away. And I'm less than 100 Ks. And today I will technically enter the Greater Melbourne metro area. Isn't that great? All the very best. Take care of yourselves. Oh, push the button, old man.